fills in how much of the show was filmed on a soundstage. I wish I could tell you the exact percentage, but what I can do is tell you what we filmed on the soundstage and a few things we filmed in some unusual places. Let me know in the comments what sets I'm missing. Touch the screen if you've heard this before. Hi, I'm Valerie Campbell. I was the key set costumer on Gilmore Goes, and I share a lot of fun facts from behind the scenes, which are only possible when you engage with this post when you hit your FYP. Give me a follow here and over on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. The first season of the show, we had the bottom half of Lorelei's house on stage 18, along with Chilton. Stage 14 contained the Independence Inn and the Gilmore Mansion. Starting season 2, the Gilmore Mansion moved into stage 12, and that space where the Gilmore Mansion was became an area where they could use it for small swing sets. These are sets that would move in or out depending on how long they needed them, but not a permanent place. Season 4 and beyond, the Dragonfly Inn took the place of Chilton, and Yale took the place of the Independence Inn. Yale was a massive set, and many of the larger areas within Yale, like the cafeteria, could be used for smaller sets that they could squeeze in. Sometimes they would maintain the walls, and other times they would just build the set within that area. There's also a small area off to the side, closer to the bay door, where they could add a set if they needed. Stage 12 also had a small area in front of the driveway that could be used for additional sets if necessary. Lorelei's bedroom was finally moved onto stage. Now let's talk about Lorelei's bedroom, because that is a very unusual thing. On the second story of Lorelei's house on the back lot, Lorelei's bedroom was, but it wasn't in the same place that Lorelei's bedroom should have been. It was actually located above Suki's living room, and the place where her bedroom should have been is where the bathroom set was actually physically in. When they did that whole hole, that actually was duplicated on stage. We can talk about the upper half of Lorelei's house another time. As far as unusual spaces, the church was probably the most unusual. We filmed Christopher's apartment and Dean's apartment in there. Of course, we filmed the interior of the church. Across the street from Mrs. Kim's is the house where Luke brings Paulinka in the middle of the night, aka the vet's house. This later will become the extension for the Dragonfly Inn that just so happened to be the house where the nuns own. Inside that building was where we filmed Lane's apartment. We actually saw part of Lane's apartment's exterior when they exit the door and she's on the porch, but Lane's bedroom was also filmed in there. Not just that, Liz and TJ's apartment and the bridal suite when Honor gets married. I have a very vague memory of filming Emily and Richard's basement in that same structure, and I just went down an entire basement continuity. What the hell is going on with Emily and Richard's basement? Next door to that house was the Black, White, and Red movie theater. But did you know that the Black, White, and Red movie theater also served as Dean's house? Not only that, the Cheshire Cat Inn, the Hobbit house, and Anna Nardini's house, the one where Luke goes to visit her. We could talk about the Twickham house, aka the Stars Hollow Museum, another time. Inside Stars Hollow High lies a mystery that I've talked about before. And on the interior of that structure, we filmed Luke's apartment. And on the other side of Stars Hollow High is Stars Hollow Video. There was a couple times we filmed inside Stars Hollow Video, and it was not Stars Hollow Video. It was actually the jail. Yeah, that one. Across the street from Stars Hollow Video and Weston's was the newsstand, but it wasn't just the newsstand. Inside that building, it served as Rich Man's Shoe, but before that, it was a coffee shop that Michelle went to, the Italian restaurant that Rory and Dean go to. And the most unusual use of that space was when Taylor went to Maine, and it was his nephew's bedroom, you know, with the bunk beds. Let me know what sets you think I'm missing, and we'll talk about that another time.